Hello. So there are different ways to leave your answers after a division. I mean, how to write your quotient, right? So let's see. Usually you could write it as a remainder, or sometimes you say you leave your answers in fractions and decimals. These are the most common way. These are, let's say, the common ways of leaving your answers: fraction or as a decimal, right? So what do I mean by that? You have, for example, I have 37 divided by, let's say, 2. Okay, so how do we leave this answer? When we have, the answer here is 2 goes here 1, then we have 1 remainder, 2 goes here in 8 places, you have 18, remainder 1. We usually don't leave answers like this. You hardly see it this way, right? The second way to leave your answer is as a fraction. So how do you write these as a fraction? This means that when you divided 37 by 2, you add 18 of 2s, right? That's 18 whole number, but your remainder is not up to your divisor. So you say you have 1 out of 2 left. That's the meaning of this fraction. 18 whole number, 1 over 2. So this other part is not up to 2, and that's why we don't have it as a whole number, right? Now we can go to the third one and say, how do we write this as decimal? I already have 18 whole number, 1 out of 2. So how do I change this to decimal? It's simple. The 18 is the whole number part of a decimal. That's 18 point. Now, we add imaginary 0. That's what you do to your numerator. Add 0 to this, such that you keep dividing until there's no digit, or you do it 3 times, right? So I have 2 goes here how many times? 5. So 18 and half is the same thing as 18.5. Even if you want to do it from this point, you don't have to get it to the fraction point. The moment you have 18, you write that, oh, this is 18 point, then you keep dividing your divisor or your remainder by the divisor by adding imaginary 0 to it. So you have, this goes here 5. You see that? 18.5. Okay, let's say another example. Let's say we have 67 divided by 7. How many 7s do I have in 6? It's not possible. So it goes here to become 67. Again, how many 7s do I have in 67? That should be 9. And it leaves me with the remainder of 9 times 7 is 63. So I have a remainder of 4. Let's leave this as a fraction. As a fraction, right? So what does it become? So I have 9 groups of 7. That's 9 whole number. My remainder, of course, is less than 7. So I have 4 out of 7 left. 9 whole number, 4 out of 7. That's what it means. If you change this back, you see that you have the word you started with. We change it back to improper fraction. Now, let's leave it as a decimal. We already have 9 whole number, 4 out of 7. So what do? We will have 9 point. That's the whole number. You see that the whole number part is the same for all of them. What differs is how we express the remainder, right? So now what do? We add imaginary zeros to this. How many 7 do we have in 40? That's 5. 7 times 5 is 35. Leaves us with a remainder of 5, isn't it? Now you add 0 to it again. How many 7s do you have in 50? That's 7, right? Because 7 times 7 is 49. It leaves you with 1. You add 0 to it. Keep doing it until if it's a decimal 3 times, 3 decimal places. Because most of the time we leave our answers in 2 decimal places, right? So you may need to go 3 times in case you have to round off, right? So now we have this. Now we have the third one, right? How many 7s do I have in 10? I have 1, right? Leaves me with the remainder of 3. You could continue and keep continuing, right? Until it's terminal. Most of the time it's not terminal, then you keep doing it. But stop at 3 places. That means you have 3 decimal places. 3 decimal places means you have 3 digits after your decimal point. You see, that's the meaning of 3 decimal places. So right? Even if you want to start it from here, just keep dividing. It's the same thing, right? Your remainder by adding imaginary zeros to it. So these are the different ways of leaving your division, right? Answers. And I advise that try to always express your division answers in these two different forms, because you don't know which will be asked to leave your answers. It's not all the time that the quotient is a whole number. Sometimes it's a fraction, but sometimes you leave it as decimals. I hope you find this helpful. Now try this. Try 92 divided by 6. Leave your answers in the comment and feel free to ask any questions if you have one. Bye-bye and God bless you.